security. Final message. Data integrity and research security combined brings about trustworthy EIA. As such, sustainable development and environmental justice. Data integrity and research security are said to be hidden. Why? Because clients believe that the practitioner employed data integrity and research security in the documents provided, meaning that data integrity and research security are usually invisible. They only surface when there is a dispute, when there is evidence of failure. Why wait for that failure? I employ all EIA practitioners to imbibe data integrity and research security. Now remember, EIA is a legal document, and so infringements in EIA process, in the life cycle of EIA, can be detrimental. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate the African Research Security Consortium having been trained by the U.S. Department of State through CRDF Global, having members in University of Lagos, University of Nigeria Nsukka, and University of Ibadan. I also appreciate Ian for giving me this opportunity to talk about briefly on data integrity and research security. 20 minutes is not enough for me to talk all that research security involves, but this is a call for awareness, especially in these emerging technologies all over us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof, for a well-delivered talk. I'm sure our audience have gained one or two things from the serious posers that you highlighted. Without wasting much time, I would like to call on participants to this call to ask questions. We have just about 5 minutes to ask questions that can be addressed by Prof. I can see Mr. Kingsley Adindo hand up. Perhaps you can start. And please, again, while Prof was delivering his lecture, I noticed that a lot of mic remain unmuted. Please, if you are not talking, kindly mute your mic. Sorry, I've been muted all along. Thank you very much, Prof. I've been talking, not knowing that I muted myself. Again, I want to appreciate Prof for a well-delivered talk.
No, we heard you. We heard you completely, sir.
Oh, great, great, great. So, Mr. Kingsley.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Professor Igwe Ezikpe. Thank you so much for that presentation, madam. I just want to quickly add, so in this time, at the part where you talked about how artificial intelligence or the Internet of Things can be used to monitor and to ensure research security, I just want to ask, how can we, given the vulnerabilities of the artificial intelligence and even remote monitoring like the Internet of Things, how can we prevent data breach in these cases where you don't have you secure the integrity of data during research? How can we go about that, madam? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Should I answer as each question come in? Okay, So, first is that initially some people were criticizing use of artificial intelligence in all manner of works. But the truth is that it has come to stay, whether we like it or not. And scientists, evaluators are using it for all manner of things. Artificial intelligence is good. There are models, there are apps that you could use to do one assessment or the other. In using Internet of Things, there are things that you should not disclose. There are things that you could use your apps to do without disclosing your data, knowing fully well that your data can be used to train the model. But whether artificial intelligence is being used, yes. People are using it to write, to develop, to harness reports. But data you key in, be mindful of what you key in, because it turns out to be stored and can be referred to by any other person that finds a way to Google around your data. So the essence is that EN should train its practitioners. When you're trained, there are quite a number of things you would understand how to use this Internet of Things without compromising your data. Thank you.
Thank you very
I
much.
quickly ask a question.
Yes, please go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Professor. That was very incisive. But there are still a lot of concerns, and you know that even those of us within the university system, I personally think that artificial intelligence is a wonderful tool, and there can be a responsible use of it within the research community. Okay, but what we have seen is that it sort of breeds some kind of laziness among students, and then I think the same thing can, happen amongst consultants, people who are practitioners of impact assessment. I think the key thing here would be responsible use, because someone can even mine data from using artificial intelligence. Data that you're talking about data integrity, but people can mine data and just use data that are mined, not actual data gotten from the field, but mined data, and use those data to come up with a report. But you have also said here that we can actually develop apps even within, or train the tools that we can use to detect data that are not gotten from the field, but they are no, that's not exactly how you put it, but you said that it can be used to protect data integrity. So we can know where there is a breach of data using a trained tool, but then there might not be breach of data. There might just be data that is not real or mined. How do we incorporate all of that using Internet of Things, artificial intelligence? Because it's a problem. I don't know what's happening in Lagos, but my university, all the students do is just garbage into artificial intelligence or AI tool, and just garbage out, and not even bothering to read what they have keyed into. But I encourage artificial intelligence. But why? Because you have to be a bit conscious of what you are feeding in and what is coming out, and then you have to review it. So there's still a lot of work done. But what you find is people just putting things in and just wanting to just gloss through or rush through a process, and it's a problem already. So we would need to be more cautious, in how we advise or develop systems that really work. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, the thing is that the world is evolving. Technologies are emerging, and artificial intelligence is being used. So there is need for us to wake up to the call. Study it, understand it, how it is used, how it works. In that way, you can dictate when a report is written with AI. But if you don't, or if we don't understand how it works, it will be difficult to know. For instance, when my students write through the help of AI, many a times on looking at their write-up, I can dictate AI language, AI science. There are things, if you're very conversant with it, you look at it and you smile. You have used it. Sometimes you can even dictate the AI the person have used. It is from training. That is why I am calling on Ian. Wake up to the call. Train your practitioners. Have training on this. It has come to stay and is improving every day. If we don't do that, EIA reports will be flying around, all written by AI without field impact. And we ourselves will read and approve. Why? Because we don't have data integrity by the side, watching, asking questions. But if we have updated information, we can be able to decipher what goes into any EIA report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Maybe we can squeeze in one more question if there is any. One more question. In the absence
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, great. Good evening. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Prof. I'm just thinking, as we are talking about the integrity of data, is it possible to have the universities across the nation to use their student research to generate and develop data for environmental media such as water, soil, air, so that consultants or practitioners for environmental impact assessment can make use of this data to ensure that we have an integrity and a data that we can reckon with, so that we don't allow, we know environment is not static, it's dynamic, but can we have a situation that the universities across the nation, we have data that practitioners can buy from them, the south, the southwest. I'm just thinking, I don't know if it's possible, man.
Okay, but in the academia, I mean, projects are all over, even published online, But when you have an EIA project, like in the slide I provided, there's an example where a practitioner was asked to do a project, and then the practitioner used a 5-year-old baseline study or data. I mean, that is not proper. You could use that for reference to compare, to check what the present situation is, but that is not to say to use it as one's data. It can only be for a reference. and it can't stand for a present data. So there are data all over in the internet, in the shelf, in the books, you know. So I mean, you can use your students' work, but it depends on what you want to use it for. I don't know if I answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
All right, I think that rounds off the questioning session. I'd like to call on Dr. Suala to continue from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
Me too.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Igwe Ezikwe. That was quite enlightening. I get a little bit scared as a lecturer, but now have been pacified. So I feel strong enough. I would like to call on Engineer Nena Igwebe. Is she in the house? The Vice President of the association, Engineer Nena Igwebe, to make a presentation of certificate of appreciation to the guest speaker. Engineer Nena Igwebe, is she in the house?
Sorry, moderator. She unfortunately is on some official assignments elsewhere.
Nice.
She is not. But Prof, I do give assurance that your certificate will be sent to you very soon. Let me also use this opportunity to thank you again for your wonderful lecture.
Okay. Thank you, President. I appreciate. Thank you.
So we've just presented you the e-copy, and we are also going to send the hard copy. Meanwhile, like the president said, our appreciation knows no boundary. We are so grateful for such an enlightening webinar that you just presented. Do we have the General Secretary, Dr. Kingsley Nwobodo? So please give us an announcement.
Sorry, let me also speak on his behalf. He's on his way coming to Abuja for the next conference.
Okay, all right.
I think if you have announcements you can give, or you skip that. Apologies to all. Sorry.
So we have an announcement. It's great to let us know that we're going to have the 9th annual conference and AGM, which is slated to take place on the 10th to 11th December 2025. Is going to be stationed in the University of Lagos. You can get details from the flyer that is posted on the platform. This conference is going to be a very interesting one because we are going to tour some very important places like Dangote Refinery. I'll keep the rest to myself. And free on the second day. So I employ you all to register for the conference. It's going to take place on the 10th to 11th of December 2025. The second announcement I have on the table is the IAIA 26 in Quebec City in Canada. It's going to take place in May 19th to 22nd, 2026. So get your tickets ready. It's going to be an awesome time. So it's time to sit for your visa, and then we all go and have enlightenment and fun to go along with it. So these are the few announcements. Other announcements will be placed on the platform and details will be provided thereafter. We are almost coming to the close of the program today, and we cannot go without saying thank you to the Association for Environmental Impact Assessment of Nigeria for giving us a great opportunity as such to listen to a webinar titled Data Integrity and Research Security, the Hidden Pillars of Effective Environmental Impact Assessments. With so much thanks, we say thank you to the guest speaker, Professor Miriam Igwe Ezikpe, for a very enlightening and mind-provoking presentation. Your expertise actually reflects how valuable it is to maintain data integrity, and we really appreciate it. More so, I give my gratitude and sincere appreciation to our president that has given us the room to be able to have this webinar today. Your inspiration as a leader has been so remarkable. Thank you, sir. The panelists, the moderator, myself, I thank myself, the citation officer, Dr. Abayomi, I thank you so much, and all participants. Without you, there will be no webinar. I thank you all for taking time to join from your different locations, outside the country, within the country. We are so grateful and we appreciate you. And this is going to stand as one of the series of webinars we're going to have. We're equally grateful to the technical and the support teams that has ensured that this webinar went smoothly. So as we conclude, let us continue to uphold the principles that we've discussed here today: integrity in data, transparency in research, and security in practice, so that we'll have a sustainable and a credible environmental impact assessment. Once more, I say thank you all for coming, and we'll see you again. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you all. On behalf of the Association for Environmental Impact Assessment of Nigeria, we will see you again. Bye-bye and stay blessed. Meanwhile, I would like the executives of the association to please stay back while our great participants take their leave. Thank you so much.
Mr. President, Professor Miriam, fantastic job. I'm going to exit now.
Thank you.
I'm Alexander.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
The
Good evening, President. Thank you.
Well done, fantastic
President
job.
Emeritus. President.
Yeah.
It's Peter greeting you, sir. Good evening, sir.
I know your voice and I see your fine suit.
It's good to hear your voice, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dr. Abbas, fantastic job. Well done.
thank you, sir.
Yes, so and Professor Miriam and Dr. Swada.
President Emeritus.
Thank you.
I
Yes,
thought the next meeting was for EXCO and the Board of Trustees.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay. Oh, okay.
Look on the conference. Thank you.
I think I saw Professor Bentley.
Yes, it's still here. Professor Ijoma, if she's gone, maybe we'll ask her to join back.